Friends, today I had this client who came to our office sharing some information on his personal finances. While he was sharing his information on personal finances, I could see that he was in a debt trap. Of all the money he had, if I repay back those money, probably he may not have anything much in hand. But while we were doing this fact finding, there was a realization which we have undergone, and which we could see a very common realization to especially families whose children are working in abroad, whose children are settled in abroad, working in abroad, and who are part of the international world but not India, right? You know why? Many a times you get your daughter married, she goes to stay in US, UK, California, I mean to say Singapore, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and she is sincerely not interested in all the golds and silvers which you keep for her. And she keeps those things with you, and the best thing you as a parents do is keep that money in the bank locker. I'm sure you're able to connect what I'm trying to say. Normally people keep the money in their respective bank lockers, especially the gold, silver and other things. In fact, few of the properties as well. Likewise, there's another flip side of it. Your wife comes from a family background. There are possibilities that from your family, your wife's family, there is some assets which gets transferred to you. It could be gold, silver, real estate, some papers, anything, fixed deposits, whatnot. So, but most common thing which we find in South India is the girl having some property somewhere with the girl's father. That means your wife's father has put it in the name of your wife. Now there might be multiple sisters. You would have made the division done. It would have been in the hands of each and respective sister. But you as a husband, you as a family member, don't feel like going and touching that property, because somehow the psychological connect is that belongs to your wife. I absolutely agree. It belongs to your wife. But you need to understand, what if you have a property which is 1.5 crore in your wife's name, somewhere in some town, like probably Srivakashi, Tindivanam, Chengalpet, or anywhere outside, and that's ideally not doing anything back for you and your family. No, your wife does not understand the world of finance. Your wife does not understand enough the world of inflation, which is the cost of living going up. Your wife may not be understanding that the money has to work back. What are the investment opportunities in the market? It's certainly most of your responsibility that you have to sit and educate your wife. And you can't do it, no worry. Tell her to be a part of this webinar. Bring her to the Wealth Secret program. We will make them understand how potentially you should be working back with your money, right? You can't keep your money idle. So the idea over here is, now this case who came this morning had this particular property on his wife's name, which was a transferred property from wife's family, staying at one particular neighboring town and generating a 1.5 crore worth property, a 2,000 rupees rent. In fact, ஊர்ல 2000 ரூபாய் rent கட்டச்சா பெரிய விஷயம். In fact, you may not need to pay the money to the person who stays in your house. However, what is the point of holding such properties? What is the point of holding such golds which are not doing anything for you, and your sufficient money is being parked in gold, like say maybe 25 lakh, 50 lakh, a crore. Maybe it's your responsibility that you sit with your wife on a comprehensive planning. So when this lady came this morning along with his husband at my office, my question to her was, what is this property going to do for you? Do you understand that if you keep this money at a rate of 10%, you are in a position to earn 15 lakh rupees per year? Per year, 15 lakh rupees, which is almost she earning a 1.2 lakh rupees per month. I asked her, 2,000 is more or 1.2 lakh is more? Certainly, most of them will say 1.2 lakh. But then there is a sense of insecurity that this property belongs to me. I don't want to transfer this property in the name of my husband or husband's family. These are the kind of insecurity many people keep in their mind. I agree that this security could be there in your wife's head as well. But it's your responsibility to tell her what this money can do. In fact, friends, that money can take care of a luxurious lifestyle for this whole family. The husband need not even earn. That's the value and the power of this money of just 1.5 crore. The point what I'm trying to drag over here, most Indian families, especially in South India, your wife comes from a certain background where your wife's husband is your wife's father, mother, or sisters or brothers are going to transfer some kind of valuable asset in your wife's name. It's your duty to sit and educate her about what that money can do back for you and your family, right? You need to tell her, if you can invest this money in the right zone, this money can work back for you. You need not just sit idly with the property. And in fact, you know what happens? That property was almost locked 2 floors for almost 8 years. And the ground floor was given on rent, which means today if they open the 2 floors, probably this man has to invest further 2-3 lakh rupees to maintain the property, which is up running to handover. Anything kept idle is not going to make any sense. It's your responsibility. You need to keep a track whether your business is working back for you, your gold is working back for you, your fixed deposit is working back for you, your mutual funds are working back for you, your finance is working back for you, your own personal properties are working back for you, your wife's property is working back for you. The money which is idle in piggy bank also has to work back for you. Money makes money. It's so simple, no science. Money makes money. Are you willing to ensure that your money is in working zone so that this money starts working back for you, right? I can very surely say all the women today having enough of money to at least ensure their bread and butter is taken care. Most of the women, and I believe and trust all you people who are watching today's webinar, your wife certainly must be having a 25 lakh average corpus, which could have or will have, must have or will come from your wife's background. Now this even 25 lakh is worth in money terms 2.5 lakh rupees per year. In money terms almost 20 to 25,000 rupees per month. Isn't it a value? Ask yourself, are you actually sitting with your wife on a dining table, on a living room, on a coffee shop table and discussing with her how we can potentially make all our assets work back for you, especially your wife's asset? Trust me, friends, don't keep this so lenient, because when you are in a debt trap and your wife asserts which belongs to her, and if that is not working, at least you may not pull her assert, but at least you can ensure the money which you can generate out of that corpus, out of that assert, can help to your debt, Ask yourself, will this increase the cash flow? Will it increase cash flow? If today you're earning 1.5 lakh, and if her contribution of 25,000 per month can increase, does that increase your cash flow? And so simple, you need to ensure your cash flows are increasing. Do you agree? Now friends, I have to say something more to you today. Because in last webinar, I had this a panelist, one of the attendees sharing what is an assert. Now for friends who don't understand what is an assert, I can keep it very simple. Nothing but anything which has value in terms of money term while you sell becomes your assert. Anything. Some people think antique is a garbage. Some people think old painting is useless. But for some people, they know to create wealth out of it, create money out of it. For them, it becomes a very valuable assert. You understand my point? Anything which has value can be called as an assert. Now you can divide between emotional assert and assert practical. So a lot of people who stay in their own house, they ask me quite often, should I calculate my own house under part of my assert? I personally say it's is equal to expenses, because you're anyway not going to generate any money out of it. Though you may be happy thinking about the valuation, oh, my house is now worth 2 crore and all that. But trust me, while you go out in the market to sell, you need to again buy another house to stay. It is only good when you are at extreme crisis, which makes you to come out of your own house and go to your rental house, right? So assets are those which can be encashed. Now for somebody, a trademark could be an assert, a patent could be an assert, an intellectual property could be an assert, a process could be an assert, a business venture could be an assert. So for every individual, it's always different how they demark something known as assert. All that I am trying to say, Nikhil Singhi, the financial coach, says simple few things. Make sure every part of your assets work for you. You don't work for that asset to help it. So you have a farmhouse, but you need to go and maintain the farmhouse every month. You need to have a watchman, you're continuously putting money, that farmhouse is not doing anything much. Trust me, I doubt how do you call that an asset. If you're going to think only when the price will go up, the valuations will come, I will make money. Friends, it's good in a booming market. Let's talk in common. I don't want you all, when you have an opportunity in India today to generate a handsome interest, I don't want you to go and wait till the economy does good. I want you to immediately encash what you can do today. How can you put your money in a right place which can work back for you today? Because you need to become cash flow rich, not net worth rich. The more cash flow rich you are, your net worth will slowly go up. Are you willing to grow cash flow rich? If the answer is yes, please write on your chat box yes. If the answer is yes, that if you want to become a cash flow rich man, please put yes. Probably the next webinar, I will come forward to speak to you on how do you maintain your cash flow based on the yes which I get right now. So I can see few yeses coming in, pouring in. I can see a lot of people on my personal chat putting yes. Awesome. Awesome. So people who want to become a cash flow rich have to write that yes, I believe cash flow is more powerful than the net worth. Do you agree? If the cash flows are good, the net worth possibilities to become good is high. But only one problem. As you grow a cash flow, you guys are smart. You also grow your expenses. You're also growing your lifestyle because as cash flow grows up. So technically speaking, for us, if cash flow, Nikhil, comes high, you know something, I feel like spending my money. Trust me, money eppo me pocket la inda eppriyo selavayino, bank la inda eppriyo or selav varum. Guys, we spoke in the last meeting. If you all were there, and for people who have just come now, in short, the last meeting we were very clear. Make sure you have a matching grant. The amount of money you're going to spend should be the equal amount of money you will be saving. Is that clear? Spend, saving. Remember this. Spend, saving. Remember this in your mind. The amount of money I will be spending, that would be the equal amount of money I will be saving. If you can do that, then your cash flow rich becoming higher will help you to become your net worth rich. Now, if your cash flows are going up and your lifestyle is going up, I truly feel there's a challenge. Cash flow is important topic. I would love to listen. Surely, your thermal is awesome, man. Fantastic, friends. So, however, coming back to point, friends, the whole idea behind you all staying connected with this wealth secret journey is to keep your mind alert, active in money matters. Let me share in next 1 minute one more potential debt trap. Some may not know Tamil. Yes, I agree. So I am repeating it in English. Thanks for that feedback. So let me share one more potential debt trap, which a lot of people don't realize it to be a debt trap. A lot of people go and buy a house in a very early stage. It's a very important question. Should I be buying house? And most young boys, oh man, I'm getting a 60,000 salary, 1 lakh salary, and they go and commit to buy a house and they start paying an EMI. For the next 20 years, you become slave of your decision, and all that you do while you're earning is only to pay the banker so that that asset becomes yours, so that you become more powerful, that I have a house of my own, right? But trust me, what are you doing at the moment? You are trying to put pressure on yourself. Here, I am talking about money going in performing asset. Is house a performing asset for you? It's an emotional security, right? It's an emotional security. Let all the rich men build beautiful houses. House worth 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crores. Why don't you go and stay at a 3 crore house at an approx rent of 60,000, 70,000? Will not that work more cheaper for you? In the beginning phase, I want to all the young people first try to accumulate your savings. Build a corpus for yourself. As you build a corpus, certain portion of the corpus needs to be deployed for your house, but not at an early stage, not too early. You need to wait. You need to first learn to see how money accumulates. Now, because you are putting all the money in the house, the remaining money as your cash flow goes up, you spend that money because you don't have access to money. For the very little money you have, "Arey sala panla pa, pakla pa, we will see later, let's spend." Trust me, friends, that might not be a good idea. I want each and every one of you who are a part of this whole wealth secret journey, part of my whole wealth tribe, I truly want you all to remember one thing. Don't overcommit yourself. Keep it light. If you really want to overcommit yourself, I would say one thing. Please overcommit on your savings. Ask yourself, this month, last month is already over. How much of money did you save the last month? A planned money which you saved last month. Did you spend last month money? Did you use your bank account? Did you use all the cash? Where is the money which you have saved? What is the amount? Tell me. Think about it. It's tough sometimes, the amount of kind of money we spend versus the money we are saving. You may think, why the hell are you talking about saving? It's a small life, you should enjoy. I agree, you should enjoy. It's a small life. Don't get married, yaar. Don't get married. Don't produce children. Don't live a life with responsibility. If you really want to enjoy, stay free. Be yourself. But when you're committed to some people, some more humans, don't employ people in your office. For you to become rich, it's your responsibility. Why you need to become rich? Because there are some more lives behind you who are expecting you to grow so that they grow. You can't be sitting idle. Only your savings, only your investment, only your appropriate planning will help you to create that handsome wealth. I want each and every one of you to absolutely become a net worth rich man. And the way you will become net worth rich man would be by the way you will have your cash flow richness. The way you will become your cash flow richness is by the way you make sure each asserts start working back for you.